while learning to operate remote sensing technologies that monitor their ocean environment. Smart Ice has developed significant experience not only in engaging Inuit communities, but also building broad partnerships to train and employ Inuit as the producers, operators, and technicians of our technology. An excellent example of this is our Northern Production Centre in Nain, in Nunatsiavut. It trains and employs Inuit youth to assemble our smart buoys for distribution to communities all across Northern Canada. So when they open a box with a smart buoy, the first thing they read is a sticker on it that says, "Made by Inuit youth for Inuit in Canada." The partners we've brought together for this new project are all recognized experts that have considerable experience based in Inuit Nunangat or else working with Inuit in northern communities. As we've heard, they include Pingwa Association, the Nunavut Fisheries Association, Nunavut Literacy Council, and Social Research and Demonstration Corporation. Including Smart Ice, the partnership brings together 3 past winners of the Arctic Inspiration Prize for the first time ever, which many of you here today will have heard about. In the words of Arnold Witzig and Seema Sharifi, who co-founded this multi-million annual prize, it recognizes excellence and encourages teamwork among diverse groups for the decisive benefit of the Canadian Arctic, its inhabitants, and therefore Canada as a whole. I believe our collaborative project announced today further grounds Arnold's and Seema's vision in real-world action for the benefit of both Inuit and Canada, specifically the ocean economy. Thank you. Start.
Don't go very far. I think I'm only saying 2 sentences, Nancy. Sorry. So thank you, Dr. Bell. I get excited about all our projects, but having spent time in Pond Inlet last year, I'm very excited about this one. So please join me in welcoming our CTO, Susan Hunt, who will introduce 2 technology leadership projects being announced under the Accelerated program. Sorry.
I think it still works, yeah? Thank you, Kendra. Good morning, everyone. Every time we get to announce Ocean Supercluster projects, it's really exciting, and the fact that we've got 3 today obviously just adds to this. As Kendra mentioned earlier, these projects are the first in a series that will be announced about the Accelerated Ocean Solutions program in the coming weeks. The AOSP call for proposals drew an incredible response from right across the country. Watching the EOIs come in around the deadline was like watching a ticker tape, and it was pretty exciting to see. The nationwide increase in activity that AOSP is generating as a result is equally so. The pandemic has brought deep impacts to ocean industries, and it was important for us to respond to this with a program that would not only generate new innovation in areas where there are significant market pull, in environmental technologies, digital technologies, and remote sensing, but also drive new activity at a critical time for ocean-focused innovation companies. Companies like those that you're hearing about today, as well as their partners, responded by doing what they do best. They were entrepreneurial and used AOSP to advance opportunities that would otherwise have not been possible or would not have been built on a foundational partnership between multiple ocean companies and organizations, partnerships which are emerging from the program and are being supported by the OSC. The collective result will mean many things for companies as well as the broader ocean economy. This is a further demonstration of how innovation and resiliency is a part of who we are at this cluster, and just how big the opportunity in oceans really is for this region and for Canada as a whole. It's my honor to introduce to you 2 technology leadership projects from the Accelerated Ocean Solutions Program. These were both built on partnerships that aim to address challenges across ocean industries and help put us on the leading edge in developing innovative solutions with global applications, and projects that we are proud to support at OSC. I will start with the Marine Search and Rescue Helicopter Mission Simulation Project. This project will deliver a capability to train search and rescue operators under realistic mission scenarios, including turbulent flow zones, high sea states, complex ship and offshore installation geometries, and rescue rafts, while simulating a full array of harsh environmental conditions. With a total project value of just over $2 million, the Ocean Supercluster will provide more than $1 million of funding for the project, with the balance being contributed by industry. The Marine Search and Rescue Helicopter Mission Simulation Project is led by Blue Drop Training and Simulation, partnered with Cougar Helicopters and the Marine Institute of Memorial University of Newfoundland and Labrador. I'd like to invite Derek Rowe of Blue Drop Training and Simulation to walk us through some more details of the project.
We got a slideshow. Minister, nice to have you back in the province for a while. It's good. March, indeed. I think congratulations to all the other recipients. I know this process is a challenging process. Before we get into it, I wanted to just comment on how extraordinary the Ocean Supercluster responded. Like, this was a brand new concept, put together in a really short period of time, and I have to say, extremely well done. Like, the process was excellent. The guidance was clear, the adjudication was clear. You set time frames that I thought impossible, and you met every one. So I think the winner today is Supercluster and the way they pivoted, and congratulations. So what are we doing? I'm not going to spend much time on it. We already got about the project. I mean, the key thing here, I think, is also the process drove us to a place we wanted to get, but we just didn't. And that's working with Cougar and working with Memorial. We talked about it and talked about it. We're all busy, and then, along comes this idea that you need to do it to qualify, and we go like, hey, brilliant. And Will Jacobs is here from Cougar, and I know Mana's involved, but that drove us to that. So, this thing is going. Sorry, didn't want it to go that fast. So what are we building is really, we're taking on, I don't know how to stop it. Stop.
Read fast.
Read fast. Think about a helicopter program where you're flying a mission. I'm going to let it roll and talk about it and make it more interesting anyway. So when you're flying a helicopter offshore, you're in harsh environments, you're doing a SAR mission. It might be the first time, except in a practice run, that you'll experience something. And when you get out there, you're going to see prop wash like this. That helicopter kicks up a lot of prop wash, changes sea states. It's a very, very difficult environment, and it's a very challenging modeling environment. We've built models, we've built helicopter rear crew simulators, so it's the back of the crew. Hey, it stopped. A miracle. Oh, well, it won't go again. Nice picture. But the thing that's really important about this project is we've built simulators for the Cyclone, which is the new helicopter used by the Canadian Air Force. We've built simulators for the Cormorant, which is the offshore SAR mission, but this is the first time we'll do a dedicated harsh environment project like this. The interesting part that we see in it not only is the technology side, but the end result is we will deliver that system in partnership with Cougar here to St. John's. It'll reside at the St. John's hangar, and it will be a commercial simulator for training SAR techs worldwide. And that's something we've talked about with Cougar for too long, and we're going to do now. So it's really, we're going to convert this technological change into an operating business model, just like a front-end cockpit simulator, except it will be the world's best SAR technician training system in the world. And, you know, without Cougar, without Memorial, they're applying a bunch of artificial intelligence. One of the other things we learned working with the Boeing Corporation was that a good training mission? And understanding what that is, and the AI comes in and measures all those algorithms. Anyway, congratulations to everybody. It's an exciting day. If you really want to know what it's going to do, I suggest we get Will for the media later, because he's the expert in it. And thank you so much. Congratulations. I don't know how to do with that.
I'm 2 for 2 on the right bowl. Thank you, Derek. We are looking forward to seeing the benefits of this project to industry. Our third and final project announcement today is called CoLab Enterprise Project. This project will contribute to Canada's competitive advantage in the digital development and management of complex projects with a cloud-based solution that combines 3D design review technology and mechanical-focused issue tracking that can securely accommodate thousands of users on a project. With a total value of more than $2.8 million, the Ocean Supercluster will provide $1.6 million of funding, with the balance of the remaining funding being contributed by industry. The CoLab Enterprise project is being led by CoLab Software in partnership with Genoa Design, Kraken Robotics, and Petroleum Research Newfoundland and Labrador. To provide more details on this project, I'd like to invite Adam Keating to say a few words.
Thank you, Nancy. And I too was impressed with these bowls. I thought at first they were doing a draw for a giveaway when I first came in and saw the names in the bowls. I thought I had a good chance because there was only 6. But first and foremost, thank you everyone. And it's really nice to see a few faces in person. This is the first time I've been out, I think, to a public event in a long time. And thank you to the Ocean Supercluster for doing it safely. My name is Adam Keating, and I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO of CoLab Software. And we're extremely excited to be able to announce this project today, because not only is it going to help us build a solution that we can take and leverage with a global market, the partnership for us is what's really important. And working with Genoa Design, Kraken Robotics, and PRNL really solidifies that A, we're able to build something amazing here in this province, and B, be the leaders that actually set the standards coming out of this pandemic and COVID-19. As a little bit of background on us, we're a St. John's-based tech company. The company's about 3 years old, and there's 30 of us that sit up in East White Hills Road, with a handful in Ottawa, Toronto, and Waterloo. We started this company 3 years ago, really out of our own pain and frustration in working in industry. You look at the software development world, which is just exploding everywhere, and they're about 20 years ahead of the way mechanical engineers and their counterparts work. And my co-founder and I, Jeremy, we said, you know, we can't do this for 30 years. We need to be able to get ahead of this and build solutions that help engineering teams focus on the engineering and not on administrative work and all the things that are slowing them down and holding them back from building these amazing things like Genoa is working on, and Kraken, and our other customers. And COVID-19 played a really unique piece in this puzzle, because everyone else started realizing this vision when they were forced to move home. It was no longer a nice to have. It was no longer a thing that was of the future. It was, how do we start working smarter from wherever you are globally? And that's what's really exciting for us, because we felt it firsthand. We're now seeing it in partnership with our customers, Genoa and Kraken. And we're able to take this and say, how do we set the new standard for how engineering teams work globally? So with that, we've actually looked at it and created a whole new framework. That framework is called LEADER, which stands for Lean Engineering Agile Design Review. And our goal as a project group is that within the next 5 years, that becomes commonplace in the engineering world. That becomes the way teams work, becomes the methodology they use day in and day out. To give you a little bit of background, we started working with Kraken about 1.5 years ago. in Genoa just as the pandemic started. And to give you a little perspective on how this went, Genoa has actually gone through over 11,000 drawing reviews in Colab since the pandemic started from their houses. And the projects they've used these on have actually been moving twice as fast as they previously moved when they were in the office together. So introducing new technology, completely different solution, and being sent home, and that was able to be done twice as fast from there. We work with a Fortune 500 industrial equipment company who came to us and said, we used to do these in-person cost reduction events on all of our prototypes. How can we do that virtually? And using what we currently have built, we're now doing multi-million dollar cost reduction saving events for this customer. So the whole intent of this project is, we have really good point solutions, but to build a backbone that actually can be applied for any customer, whether it's a small startup in tech, all the way up to the Fortune 500, we needed to build this framework that becomes the new standard for how teams work. So with our project, we're actually going to be hiring 7 new folks. We're going to be building a whole new version of Colab, which will be focused on the enterprise nature, which will have Leader as the backbone, a full configurable engineering communication system, and all of the interoperability, and data connection that you need to connect into all your other systems. And we're really excited to do this because this is something we've wanted to do for the last, really since we started the company 3 years ago, but weren't sure if we were going to get there. And it definitely wouldn't have happened this year, especially with COVID-19. So with that, we're really proud too that this is happening here in the province. I always say to someone, you look at Newfoundland being a hub for oil and gas and how we became really good at that. It wasn't because we were inherently skilled at oil and gas. It's because we have people here who are super smart, they're super driven, and we built an amazing group of folks who just became the industry leaders. If you went back 50 years, there was no reason why, outside the fact there's oil out there in the ocean, that we were going to be the best at doing that. And I worked in oil and gas previously, and I can tell you that it was well respected globally. And there's no reason now on the ocean side and the tech side that we cannot do the same thing. And you see it happening, like the Memorial Center for Entrepreneurship, the Genesis Center, now the OSC, are just building more and more momentum. And this is what we need to support as we go into recovering Newfoundland and Canada, really out of 2020 in general, or Snowmageddon or COVID-19. It's been definitely an interesting year for us, but I think that's where I get really excited. And you're already seeing it start. You look at Kraken, one of our partners, just landed a $35 million contract with the Danish Navy. You look at Genoa Design. The design work they're doing is honestly world-class. Like, we work with customers everywhere, and there is nobody moving as fast or as serious about the quality of their work as Genoa. And we're really proud to see that here. And I can't wait for the end of this project to say we're seeing this everywhere. So on behalf of Colab and our partners, we'd like to first thank the Ocean Supercluster for organizing and putting us through this. I know it was hard remotely, but for us, this is a huge, huge opportunity. And then most importantly, I'd like to thank our team, our investors, and then our partners. We would not have done this project without them. The value of this project is based in that partnership, and we're really excited to see where it goes. So thank you, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of 2020, and I hope 2021 is a whole different year for all of us.
So a huge thank you again to Adam, Derek, and Trevor, and to all the project teams. We hope that you are as excited as we are to begin to roll out the accelerated projects, starting with these 3 today, that clearly demonstrate what we can achieve when we work together. Next week is Canadian Innovation Week, and we will be in Halifax to make some project announcements. My first flight since March. It's going to be an interesting week. And hopefully with an announcement coming out in Fredericton shortly thereafter. I would encourage you all to follow along our Story to Tell campaign this fall to hear the stories of some of our many amazing members and their work in ocean innovation. Finally, if you are watching this today, it means we figured out our alternate technology situation. If you are watching this today and you want to learn more or get involved, reach out to our team and we will be more than happy to start the conversation. The ocean economy has been an incredibly important part of our history, and looking to the future, the digital ocean opportunities are boundless. Watch this space for more exciting news continued momentum, and opportunity. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.